Why are cryptocurrencies currently tanking? Because the forces supporting it are gone. Cryptocurrencies are entries on a shared blockchain database. The purpose of them is the transfer of wealth, but they are not wealth. It's like confusing the IOU with the money that is owed. People think of bitcoins when you talk about cryptocurrencies. So, what has happened with them? 1. The ability to mine the coins is basically dead now. When they were worth only a little bit, people were still able to keep a computer running and get some for free. 2. The big bubble collapsed. People that were putting their life savings to buy a fraction of a coin have lost big time. It's currently about 20% of what it was at its top. If you were one of the people mining coins at the start, you are doing quite well, to put it mildly. Even if you were buying coins, if you did it 5 years ago, you have probably sold enough to more than recover your real-world money and still be rich on paper. 3. Ease of theft. For a while we've seen more than few instances of people's stored coins going poof. There is no insurance or the like protecting people, and the companies go poof and there is no person to sue. In some cases it looks like a number of these sites were just traps that used a phony theft to steal the coins themselves. For the coins to have long-term appeal, they need to be easy to spend. This means the transaction times have to be as quick and easy as using a credit card. Transactions are slow and people that accept them directly are few. Then there is the issue of governments getting involved in taxing or outlawing their usage. Once that happens, look for a real collapse that makes most of the coins out there worthless. Blockchain, however, will eventually exist in some kind of approved manner. Look for a company like IBM, Microsoft, or Amazon to create their own version. Or more likely Visa or MasterCard. The blessed versions of the coins will be something like euro only worldwide. Currently, I don't think they are. Bitcoin performed a massive spike where it ran from 8.5k to somewhere over 13. I've seen Bitcoin move hundreds of dollars in a day and even more. This spike was excessive. That followed, the ranking was just a correction. It was a pretty natural one, as Bitcoin hit a pretty crazy yearly high, but not fall to a major low. Since then, until now, it has held pretty steady. And I dare say been climbing. The last 2 days I would call a spike, as we went from 10 to 11.5 in 2 days. But probably not enough spike for a correction. Maybe enough, though, to incentivize some market manipulators, who knows. This is why I don't pay much attention to the short-term price of Bitcoin. Still, I wouldn't call this a tanking. We've made enough movements where I am concerned about natural corrections, and that indicates the market is attempting to move further up. I realize, writing this, you mentioned cryptos, not Bitcoin specifically. In my reasoning, all the other coins in crypto are still tied to Bitcoin. Almost none of them are doing anything on their own to make people buy them. When Bitcoin goes up, people who want in but think it's expensive buy altcoins. Altcoins are being bought and sold like alternative Bitcoins. They tanked because Bitcoin corrected, and won't spike again until Bitcoin spikes. If you buy altcoins, but them for the long-term problem they are solving, because until then they are just smaller Bitcoins with different growth percentages. South Korea, which has developed as a standout amongst the most essential markets for Bitcoin and cryptographic money lately because of its huge volumes of exchanging, is pondering whether to pass a law that would end tax reductions for digital currency trades. Neighborhood experts were referred to as saying, cryptographic money exchange business isn't successful in creating included esteem. While crypto markets have seen fast development, such exchanging stages don't appear to be all around okay arranged as far as security, said Hong Seong-ki, leader of the nation's Digital Currency Reaction Group South Administration's Commission. We're endeavoring to administer the most earnest and vital things first, going for illegal tax avoidance, aversion and financial specialist security. The bill ought to be passed at the earliest opportunity. In the interim, speculators have been shaken for the current week by reports bank-possessed cash exchanging utility CLS, alongside big business programming mammoth IBM, are collaborating to preliminary the blockchain-based record interface, an application that offers administrations from various sellers, with about 9 monetary foundations, including global heavyweights Barclays and Citigroup. Ledger Connect will enable money-related establishments to get to dispersed record innovation-based administrations in zones, for example, know your client forms, sanctions screening, guarantee the executives, subordinates post-exchange preparing and compromise and market information. A report out prior today from Wired magazine shone a light on a portion of the issues many eager for power Bitcoin diggers are looking far and wide as urban areas and governments endeavor to figure out how to oversee them. These organizations are utilizing phenomenal measures of power, commonly a huge number of times more power than a normal private client would utilize, a representative for the New York State Bureau of Open Administration told Wired. The sheer measure of power being utilized is prompting greater expenses for clients in little networks in light of a constrained supply of minimal effort hydropower.